Hey, I'm sure it's obvious to y'all that I like to stay in shape and work out all the time, just from my rock hard abs to my muscles. You know, my body's just a temple, and I try to, you know, keep it toned. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, if you follow me online, you know I love to eat. The truth is, everything's good in moderation, and today, the star of the show is salmon. It's rich in omega-3s and fatty acids. It's good for your heart, helps control your weight. What's something that a cheat you can eat once a week and it keeps your physique? It's salmon. Hey, I'm a starving artist. Welcome to my kitchen. It's Rittz. Let's make some salmon. Cheers. So our first salmon dish we're gonna make today is a nice piece of salmon baked in the oven with a sweet and spicy spice rub on top, served with asparagus, topped with a chimichurri and some guacamole on the side. It's great, it's good for you, it's healthy, and it's tasty. You won't feel like you're dieting, and you don't have to be on a diet to eat this. It's delicious on its own. It's gonna seem like a lot of spices in the spice rub. It's really not. Once you start cooking like this, next thing you know, your spice cabinet will just get bigger and bigger, and these things will be on hand. I'm gonna start off with a little ancho chili powder, a little ginger. Ginger goes great with fish. A little onion powder, garlic powder, some cayenne pepper for some spice, for some heat. A little coriander, which also goes well with fish. Put a little bit of ground mustard in here. A little turmeric, mainly for the color. I also have some smoked paprika. I actually got this at this cool gas station called Stripling's on our way up to Athens, Georgia. A little pinch, nice smoky flavor. Can't forget to season the pepper. We'll put salt on afterwards after the rub's on there. You don't want to put salt on it already because it'll extract the juices out of the salmon. Last but not least, my best friend, sugar. In this case, brown sugar, babe. Let's mix this up. Here's the thing, you don't have to make an elaborate spice rub like this. If you have Lowry seasoned salt, Cajun seasoning, whatever you have on hand, just make sure, put a little sugar in there, something to contrast the heat or the saltiness. Wherever there's salt, there must be sweet. Everything must hit your tongue and all your taste buds and wake your mouth up. So, actually, you know what? Break it up with my hands. Taste it. It's delicious. Let's put it on the salmon. We got 2 pieces of salmon, put a little bit of canola oil on top, a little drizzle. And we're just gonna put on our spice rub and do it up high. I'm gonna go kind of heavy on this. Just rub it in. Yeah, we can put the sides in it, flip it up, get it on your sides, get it all around. A little salt, almost looks like barbecue. It's good. This rub's gonna make the salmon taste delicious. I'm gonna let this sit while I prepare my asparagus. And today, the star of the show is salmon. Omega-3s, fatty acid, vitamin A, B, D, D, fuck, let me look at my facts real quick. Salmon, almond, volume. No, stop, stupid. Let's work on asparagus. I definitely eat this at least twice a week. I love it, it's easy. You can grill it, bake it, steam it, whatever you wanna do. You can tell it's fresh by how tight the tops are. Where it kinda naturally breaks at is where to cut. Normally I just put them all together. Use this one as kind of a guide, the one I snapped. Kind of line them up the best I can. No rules, you just don't want to have that hard piece at the bottom. Take it, there you go. My asparagus is ready to go. So all you gotta do is put the asparagus on a baking sheet. It's gonna bake at the exact same time as the salmon, 450 degrees, 15 minutes. Pull them out, they're both done. Put them on a plate, ready to go. Easy dinner, voila, done, finito, finished, whatever the word says. It's a wrap. My asparagus on a sheet tray. Try to drizzle with a little canola oil, not too much. Some salt, some black pepper. What's the guy online? No, I'm just kidding. And then just roll it around. Make sure everything's covered, everything's seasoned. We got all our asparagus in a single layer, so everything cooks evenly. I'm gonna put my salmon in a glass baking dish. You can go on a sheet tray as well. My asparagus is ready. The oven is preheated at 450. They're going in for 15 minutes. While that's in the oven, we're gonna make our guacamole and some chimichurri. Rittz flashback. Thank you so much. Nice. So I really don't need this pumpkin custard, but how the fuck am I supposed to turn down pumpkin custard? I mean, look at this shit.
'Tis the season.
So we're gonna make some chimichurri. You can put this on anything, steak, chicken, pork, lamb. As we're doing today, we're actually putting this on our asparagus. And you can put it on the salmon as well. It's just good on everything, so let's make it. We're gonna start out by putting a bunch of parsley in here. If you have curly parsley, that's fine too. I'm just gonna take this out like this. Take this out, tear it off, the blender. Then I'm gonna put some oregano in there as well. And basically just strip the leaves off the stem. So let's put some cilantro in. If you don't like cilantro, don't put it in. If you don't like oregano, don't put it in. Parsley and garlic are key though. Let's take some of this dill I have. They say go easy with dill. A little dill can go a long way. And I like thyme. I think thyme pretty much goes with everything. It's by far my favorite herb. One of my favorite herbs. It didn't used to be my favorite herb. You got a whole head of garlic like this, all you gotta do is put it down, crush it with your palm. And it's crushed open. I think we're gonna take about maybe 3 cloves, 4 cloves, something like that. We definitely want it to be garlicky. It's a garlicky condiment. You want the garlic finely minced. In goes the garlic into the blender. Some white wine vinegar. You could use red wine. Red wine. 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons, 4 tablespoons, 5 tablespoons. Maybe. That's guessing. A little honey. Where there's vinegar, gotta be a little honey. Last but not least, extra virgin olive oil. Make sure you use olive oil with a chimichurri. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're just gonna chop it. That's about it. You don't want it to be crazy fine like a vinaigrette. That's good. You really taste the dill. And dill's gonna go great with the fish. Looks great. All right, chimichurri, done. That's simple.
Rittz, yeah! AK 907. Woo!
What I do different than most people making guacamole, I like to take the garlic and the chili pepper and put it in a mortar and pestle and kind of grind it together and kind of make a paste. So that chili flavor really comes out with the garlic and they kind of become one. So let's do that. Mince up the garlic. Now, if you're gonna make this recipe, you can keep the seeds, you can de-seed it, whatever you wanna do. But it's gonna be spicy, it's supposed to be spicy. But the creaminess of the avocado kind of cools it down. Just gonna slice our habanero. Do not touch your eyeball with habanero seeds on your hand. I made that mistake. I'm gonna just chop up real fine. Put a little salt in there as an abrasive. Put some pressure on here. It's a little hot. I can smell the chilies already, smell the garlic. A little avocado. I'm actually gonna dice this inside of the skin. So maybe it'll still have a little texture of the dice as opposed to just being mashed all the way through. And just take a spoon, dig it out into your bowl. Into the guacamole, a little red onion that I diced up already. Diced tomato. You don't like tomato? Leave it out. And you gotta have lime juice in guacamole. One time for the lime that I'm about to cut. I like mine nice and limey. And just to go over the top with it, I'm gonna add some habanero hot sauce. This is optional. I got this from a farmer's market that has a lot of products from Mexico. They're not messing around when it comes to heat and flavor. Got my cilantro. Look at the camera so much. Lose a finger. Someone's knocking at your door, so go and answer that shit now. Done. As always, a little salt and a little pepper. Mash it up. Be gentle. Kind of flavor it around the bowl. Let's give it a little mash like this. Now let's just use a spatula. Make sure everything's incorporated. Let's taste it. Our habanero guacamole. Perfect. It's really good. Lights your mouth up, not too spicy. That garlic kind of gets with that chili and tames it out a little bit. Okay, we're ready to put this on the salmon and plate it up. Look at that. You know you want a bite of that.
Rittz, bitch!
So the salmon is ready. You can see the brown sugar, beautiful color. You can smell the smokiness from the paprika, all the spices. We're ready to plate it up with the asparagus, the guacamole, the chimichurri. I'm gonna try to get it out of here without the skin on it. We'll see what happens. There we go. Oh yeah, coming right off. That bite skin. It's a little hot, but you can use your kitchen towel. You need to pull it. If you can't get it off, it's not a big deal. If you have a dog or something, feed it to your dog. Put that right in the center of the plate. Just like that. We got our asparagus. Now, as you can see, the asparagus is perfectly cooked. It's not too wobbly, but it's nice and tender. Get us some asparagus. It's a simple meal. It's got a lot of flavor. So now we garnish. We're gonna take our habanero guacamole, stir it up, get a nice dollop on top of our salmon. Looks great. We're gonna take our chimichurri, our Argentinian condiment. We're just gonna lay that right across the asparagus, just like that. If you want to, You put a little on your plate, browned by the salmon. And that's it. That's our salmon with habanero guacamole, chimichurri, asparagus. It's amazing. I'm about to taste it. I can't wait. It's time to taste. My favorite part of the day. This looks amazing. I don't even know which one I want first. Asparagus or salmon or both. I'm gonna try them separately. Get a little bit of guacamole, salmon. That's good. The orange and the citrus taste of the habanero goes so good with salmon. The avocado cools you down. You feel like you're eating something that's good for you, but your mouth is just wet works. It's delicious. Let's try the asparagus. And I'm not using a fork, I'm gonna use my hands. Look at that. You guys gotta try to make this meal. It's so easy, so simple. I eat this like once a week. That chimichurri is just pop, pop, pop. And you can do anything with this. You could put feta cheese on top of your asparagus. You could put a poached egg. I gotta have another bite. Might have another bite with the asparagus. With a little chimichurri on top. A little chimmy. That's crazy. I hope you enjoyed the show today. Like I said, I eat salmon at least once or twice a week. Hey, I'll see y'all next time. It's Rittz, the Starving Artist. Peace out. Everything's good in moderation. And most of the time when I'm at home, I like to watch my, watch my figure, yeah, right.